this is Shari McGuire, Realtor with Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Explore Maple Grove. On today's episode, I have the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Mark Steffenson, who is mayor of Maple Grove and an attorney with Henningson and Snoxell. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Hope I pronounced that right.
You did.
Oh,
you did.
Thank goodness. I suddenly thought, oh my gosh, I didn't ask about that.
No, it's Snoxell.
Good. Well, great. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to have a conversation with us.
Sure, my pleasure.
Why don't you start by telling us about how you got started in serving the Maple Grove community?
You know, I grew up in the northwest suburbs, along with my wife. She grew up in this area as well. Mm-hmm. I got involved in some politics back in the 90s. When a friend of mine was having some problems, and we helped them out. And then I just sort of decided to run for city council back in the mid-1990s because I disagreed with some of the things that had happened regarding a bond issue and various other things that happened, and ran for city council and won. And then I became the mayor in 2001 when the previous mayor resigned. He was having some health issues along with his wife, and so I became mayor then and have been mayor since.
Yeah, that was fun to look up and research because I've been here 20 years, and we were just talking like you've been mayor since a month before we got here 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Obviously, you've done amazing things with the city. What do you love love most about being the mayor?
You know, I think it's two things I really love about being mayor is one, I get to do fun and exciting things and help grow the community. The best example is the hospital. We worked very hard for 3 years to get that passed, and we finally got it passed, and it's a great thing for our community. It's something that we needed. And that is, you know, sometimes it's nice just to be able to help people with small things that cause difficulty in their life, whatever it may be, that we can help them with. That's really satisfying.
Can you give me an example of a small thing?
Sure. I think a good example was recently I had a call. A woman was having a problem with her townhome association related to her disabled daughter, and sort of some things that they were trying to make sure that they had access to. And we were then able to help work with the townhome association to make sure that happened. And so, you know, her life would be easier with her disabled daughter. Yeah. And, you know, it was really not that big of a deal for the townhome association to make sort of a modification or change in their rules to adapt for that. So that was we helped her with some small thing that made her life easier and better, and that's satisfying to do.
Well, and that's awesome because it may seem small, and to her and her daughter, that's huge.
Right.
You know, it's a big deal for them to make her life easier.
That's right.
So that's great. I love it. What has surprised you most about working as mayor?
You know, I think that what surprised me is, I think that you sometimes think that everybody's going to know who you are, and you begin to realize that nobody knows who you are. Because I think, you know, you're a mayor of a big city and somehow you should be known, and you're not.
Yeah.
I think that's fine too, because it means that you're freed up to do what's right for the community, and you know that when you're done, you just move on. So I think that was one of the things that surprised me most is, you know, and I think that sometimes it surprises me how much time it actually takes. You know, it's a big community. We have a lot to do, and, you know, I could fill my day up full time every day with things for the city and running and doing things. And that really, it could very easily be a full-time job.
Oh, absolutely.
It isn't intended to be the way it's structured, but it certainly could be.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I don't know if you know off the top of your head, but the population has probably grown a lot in those 20 years.
It has. It's essentially doubled in size.
Okay.
You know, I think that back in the day, it was in the 30s, and now we're over 70.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we are a fast-growing community and have a lot of not only residential projects, but a lot of commercial. I mean, Shops of Arbor Lakes wasn't there. The gravel pit was a gravel pit.
I was running through the gravel pits.
but people forget, how much change has really happened.
Oh yeah, it's huge. I mean, my whole area where I live out by the Hy-Vee that's in Maple Grove, that all was just nothing out there. And now it's kind of weird to go through and go, wow, this is so different. So
yeah, I mean, it was farm country and the Lions Park.
Yeah,
the Lions Park is in the middle of a city.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of interesting. What advice would you give aspiring leaders?
I think that you have to just really work hard and have confidence in who you are and what you're doing. Sometimes people may disagree with you, and that's okay.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be offensive in your response, but you have to understand that you can trust your own opinions and work hard, and I've always appreciated people who work hard to accomplish their goals.
That's great, because in this social media world, people have gotten so crazy about being offensive because they're hiding behind the computer. And you can have your opinion, but let's be civil about it.
Right, and I think that is one of the unfortunate things I think you've seen in politics in particular since I started, is that we used to be able to have a lot more civil conversations and work with individuals who had opposing beliefs or party affiliations, and try and figure out how we can work something out that'll work for everybody. I don't think that happens nearly as much anymore.
No, that's for sure. Gosh, you take me back to my days of working at the state capitol. I have a political science degree, so kind of funny the background there where my brain went on that. But anyway, what is something that most people don't know about you?
I suppose that I enjoy a couple sports, and I go play a lot of golf, and I ski a lot, and so I try to spend a lot of time, my free time, doing one or the other. So I suppose that's something most people don't know about me.
Where do you go ski?
Out west usually.
West. Okay, are you doing the mountains?
Doing the mountains.
Oh my goodness.
So try to do, whether mostly Colorado, sometimes out further west, but.
Wow. That's pretty cool that you're out there.
Yeah, we like to do that as a family and have fun doing that as a family. So, it's something that most people don't know. No,
for sure. What do you love most about Maple Grove?
I love the people. I love the interaction with the people and the community it's become. I mean, when I first moved out here, essentially, if you wanted to go out to eat at night, you had to go someplace else.
Yes, you did.
You had, there was Perkins, there was Pulaski's Palace, and that was really about it, Baker Square. And now today, we have everything.
Yeah.
We have every store you could possibly want. We have businesses that employ tens of thousands of people. Nothing like that was here when we moved out here. And so that's an exciting development and a great development that's happened for our city.
Most definitely. Love it. What are your favorite things to do in Maple Grove?
I think that we like to go for walks. We like to ride the bike trails. Those things are enjoyable to do and relaxing. And I think I like to go out to eat, unfortunately.
I do too. But we have awesome restaurants to eat at.
We do have awesome restaurants, too many good restaurants.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love it. And the trails are something that really Maple Grove, I'm sure, takes great pride in, because the trail system is amazing, how far you can go and feel like you're in the country, in the woods, but you're really just next to a bunch of houses.
Yeah, I mean, we have a wonderful parks and trail system. We have great parks. We have great, activities available for the kids and the adults. And, I think one of the things I'm really proud of is that over the years we have built a lot of wonderful sport complexes for the different sports, so that really the children in our community can really succeed at their sports and do well.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing like a splash pad on a hot summer day when you have little ones and you just need a break.
You just need a break. Go have fun.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. Well, great. Anything else you want to share with us?
No, I just want to thank you, and thank you for the time. And I have had a great time being mayor, and look forward to it in the future. And we have a lot of things left to do and a lot of things left to accomplish, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for joining me here today, Mr. Steffenson, and thank you for watching another episode of Explore Maple Grove. I'm Shari McGuire with Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest, and I am building my real estate business with love, generosity, and appreciation. And if that resonates with you, would love to help you with your real estate needs. Stay well.